In memory. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do something that's fresh in memory. It's 4 o'clock on a Friday. It's 4 o'clock on a Friday. And Toby's come down from Minnesota. And he's ready to play rock and roll and punch you right in the throat. What? No, that's not true. He's a man of peace and mirth. He's a man of peace. He's a man of mirth. His name is Toby Lee Marshall. He's a man of peace. He's a man of mirth. He's a man of peace. He's a man of mirth. His name is Toby Lee Marshall, down from the dual metropolitan complex of Minneapolis and St. Paul. We have gathered here together, ladies and gentlemen, to rock your brain for Fishman Friday. It's Gristletime. Fishman, take over. Fishman, they're our friends. Fishman, where the fun never ends. I have Fishman pickups in my guitars. I work with them so hard to make some groovy pickups to rock your brain, to rock your brain. And then tonight, if you live in the southeastern Wisconsin area or the northern Illinois area, you could come on down to a place we like to call Shank Hall in beautiful Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Oh, this frickin' frack. Sometimes I use inappropriate language. Sometimes I use inappropriate talk. I'm trying to share this, but I cannot because my phone sometimes is a piece of crap. Piece of crap. I love it when it does this. When it just goes, yeah, all those options you had on Facebook, they're now gone. For whatever reason, we've decided that those options are gone for you, Drade. And so what you gonna do when you say goodbye? What you gonna do when she's gone? Anyway, I'm gonna just put that phone down right now. I'm just not gonna mess with it. So if somebody wants to share it to the Gristle Kingdom, I would appreciate it. If you want to share it to the Gristle Kingdom, or maybe over to a place we like to call Koch-Marshall Trio Land. Folks, we're going to start off with a Muddy Waters song that I've totally destroyed. But I'm a big fan of Muds. I have been ever since I was a wee lad. And I always liked the song, you can't lose what you ain't got. You can't spend what you ain't got. You can't lose what you ain't never had. You just can't. You can't spend what you ain't got. You can't lose what you ain't never had. But I took the liberty of messing with the chords, as I do, because I'm a very naughty son of a gun. And there you go. Here we go. Who's ready out there? Who's ready to rock? Who's ready to rock? We got Will Clayfield out there. He's from down under. Down under, Will Clayfield. He's on the other side of the world. Oh, hear that? Use credit. Good suggestion, Chris. I think that when this Rich Moran said that, you can use credit. You can. Back in the day, not so much. You can't spend what you ain't got. You can't lose what you ain't never had unless you have excellent credit. And then the world is your oyster. What? Booga-dooga-digga-doot. All right. We got Finland in the house. Finland in the house. Finland in the house. Finland in the... Little girl, lost my baby boy, ain't that sad? Had a sweet little girl, lost my baby boy, ain't that sad? You can't spend what you ain't got. You can't lose what you never had. You can't lose what you never had. Can't lose what you never had. Well, had some money in the bank, got busted, folks, ain't that sad? Had some money in the bank, got busted, folks, ain't that sad? You can't spend what you ain't got. You can't lose what you never had. Can't spend what you ain't never had. Can't lose what you never had. You know what I'm talking about. Hit it! Toby, get it. Had a funky little shack, got point down, folks, ain't that sad. Had a funky little shack, got point down, folks, ain't that sad. You can't spend what you ain't got, what? You can't lose what you never had. Can't lose what you never had. Can't lose what you never had. That's pretty good. It was fresh in memory. You can't spend what you ain't got. You can't lose what you ain't never had. That's what people just don't understand in this day and age. Yeah. Don't tell Sweetwater. Woo! Yeah, buddy. That's Toby Lee Marshall on the organ there, folks. He's playing that bass with his left hand like a magic man. He's a magic man. Yeah, well, yeah. Ho, yeah, ho. Bum. We got Dylan James Koch on the damn drums. I'm wearing my Best Damn Blues Festival t-shirt we got when we played at that festival back in September. Can you dig it? New venue just opened up in Boston called the Roadrunner, right down the street. Roadrunner, we're gonna come right there. Roadrunner, you better wear clean underwear. Roadrunner, in Boston we are bound. Boston, we are bound for the Roadrunner. We're ready. We're gonna book it, we're gonna rock it. That's all there is to it. That's how we do. We're gonna book it, we're gonna rock it. We're gonna try another song that's kind of new. This is a new tune of mine, although we've done it before, I think. And it's a song called Lovin' You'd Be a Cinch. Although everyone thinks I'm saying something else. It doesn't really matter. But I'm saying lovin' you'd be a cinch. I mean, it'd be easy if I had money, but I don't. You know, a lot of blues songs are about relationships that run afoul because of fiduciary activity. And I'm just going to say, I don't know what fiduciary means, but I know it has something to do with money. And I didn't want to get all highbrow on you there for a moment, but there you go. Here we go. It's called A Cinch, if I can remember all the words. But if I can't, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. My favorite thing about listening to old Hendrix bootlegs is in 1970, he was recording a bunch of stuff that would end up on the posthumously released Cry of Love record. And he would just whip those tunes out at random when they're in front of, you know, festival, a couple 100,000 people. Jimmy's like, let's do that one. And then he would never remember the words. And I was like, God, I love you. That's just so awesome. He's just like, yeah, let's do that one, that cool riff. He's like, oh, no, all that shit. That's right, I got to remember these words. Because we've all been there. What are the words to this damn song? Oh, there's only a couple of 100,000 people there. Most of them are on acid. Not that I'm judging, but I'm just saying that, you know, back then there were no cell phones either that were capturing all the incriminating activity. Jimmy's trying a new song and totally screwed up on the lyrics. I want to post that shit tonight when I get back to my tent. What? Anyways, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you came from money, you must have left it behind. She took every red cent of mine that you could find. I ain't no miser, baby. I got no pennies left to pinch. If I was still rolling in the dough, honey, well, loving you'd be a cinch. Loving you'd be a cinch. I had some fancy wheels, but they're getting kinda old. Each click of the odometer, I could feel you growing cold. I ain't no miser, babe. I got no pennies left to pinch. If I was still stacking up the cheddar, baby, well, loving you'd be a cinch. Loving you'd be a cinch. I ain't no millionaire, but I spent like one while I could. But then times took a turn, people, and I had to start living like a working man should. Toby gets a miser, babe. I got no pennies left to pinch. If I was still rolling in the dough, honey, well, loving you'd be a sin. Loving you'd be a cinch. Loving you'd be a sin. Loving you'd be a sin. No miser, babe. I got no pennies left to pinch. If I was still stacking up the cheddar, baby, well, loving you'd be a sin. Loving you'd be a sin. Loving you'd be a sin. Loving you'd be a saint. Woo! Can you dig it? You know, I ain't no miser, okay? Let's just be clear. I got no pennies left to pinch. Folks, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? What am I going to say? What am I going to do? I saw a question out there and it said, can you give us a ripping version of Nubby the Hoardersman? And number two, what is the story behind the nickname Drade? Love the stream, so does my 87-year-old grandmother. Well, thank you very much, Jam Live. The Drade nickname, yes, we can do Nubby the Hoarder Man. We will get to that adroitly. Drade is a nickname. My nephew years ago lived in my sister and her child, Andrew Stephen, who will get even, lived in our house where I grew up, and occasionally I'd have to babysit for my nephew, and who we will see tonight, by the way. He's coming out to the show. Andrew Stephen will get even, and he couldn't say G's correctly. And so he'd be running around the house screaming, raising hell. And I was college age at the time, so I was hungover most of the time in the mornings anyway. And so the screaming would drive me insane. And I would take, I always had my sayings back then. And so, as I still do, I have my sayings. And he would run around and I'd say, "Silence, child!" And he'd stop and turn around and look at me and go, "Silence yourself, Drade." So that's where that comes from. Silence yourself, Drade. And that's where Boogie Yourself, Drade comes from on the record. I don't know why it wasn't Dreg. I don't know. I can't speak to it. He called me Drade. So, silence yourself, Drade. So there you have it. All right. Okay. Oh, come on, Mr. G-String, do your thing. Come on, Mr. G-String, do your thing. This is a song about a neighbor we had. The house has been totally refurbished, but back when we first moved into this house about 5 years ago, I reckon, 5-6 years ago now, we had a neighbor across the street and to the left. We never really got to know. He was an older gentleman. He was a little cantankerous. I'd wave to him every now and again, and I would just kind of get a scowl, because I bring the best out in people usually. But Not with Nubby. I found out his name was Nubby. His name was Norbert, apparently. Apparently, he was a very nice guy. He probably couldn't see me, to be honest. And but he had some unusual habits. One was he would sweep his. He was very fastidious about sweeping his sidewalk. And at the end of the evening, he would take the broom handle and he would put it over the entrance to the porch, kind of like we're closed, and would go back into his house. And one day, Nubby disappeared. There was an ambulance that came, I think, and Nubby went away. And so it was great, you know. It was like, what happened to Nubby? He was sick, and then we heard he passed away, unfortunately. And his family came over, and they started getting the house ready for sale. And I kid you not, they brought over vehicle after vehicle after vehicle, and they just kept on taking appliances, boxes, farm animal. I don't know. It was just unbelievable, the amount of stuff that came out of that house. It's like, there's more? And so I came up in my mind, I was like, no, Nubby must have been a hoarder, man. Not that I am judging, mind you. I'm a reporter, see? I'm a reporter of activities. I saw the activities and I'm reporting on it. So this is a song that's on our record from the UPNA that we came out with last April, as a matter of fact, already. And people always say this sounds like Zappa because I sing it in a low register, but it's just similar to a Zappa song. I'm trying to think which one. Advanced Romance. It's kind of similar to that. But you know what they say? Well, they say a lot of shit. So they say a lot of shit. All right. Well, Nubby must have been a hoarder man. They've been taking his stuff by day and night ever since he went away. Well, a clown car house it must have been. I got no idea how they did it all. Now they're taking it all away. Rusty pickup and a U-Haul truck. They could have brought 10 semis and it wouldn't have been enough to haul this junk away. Oh, well, the kids and the cousins and the grandkids, there's enough for them and enough for you. Come and take this junk away. Well, Nubby had the cleanest sidewalk in town. Now he and his broom are going. He's moved on to higher. Yeah. kids and the cousins and the grandkids too. There's enough for them and enough for... And as long as we're in the key of open G, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a little thing by Mud Waters. Another song by Muddy Waters. If I can remember all the words. Nah. I'll be all worried mine. I just can't be satisfied. I just can't keep going. But I feel like slamming pistol in your face. Oh, graveyard, gonna be your resting place. Lord, I'm trouble. All worried mind. But I just can't be satisfied. Just can't keep going. Doggone thing, well, I'm trouble. I'll be all worried mine. I just can't be satisfied. I just can't keep going. And shout when that train rolls in, and I'll be stumbling on out. Lord, I'm trouble. I'll be all worried mine. But I just can't be satisfied. I just can't keep going. You know my little old schnookums, she's gonna jump and shout when that train rolls in. Doggone Dre'd be stumbling out. Yep. Can you dig it? Toby Lee Marshall on the organ. Toby Lee Marshall on the organ. And Dylan Koch on the doggone drums. And my name is Dre'd. My name is Dre'd. My name is Dre'd. The electric Dre'd. He likes lemonade. Turn of the Burner is in a different trio with us. We have different trios. We mix it up for the kids. Although we will be seeing Turn of the Burner tonight. It's coming down to hang with us. At Shank Call tonight. At Shank Call tonight. If you live in southeastern Wisconsin or northern Illinois, come to Shank Call tonight. We're going to start about 8 p.m., I reckon. 8 p.m. we're going to start the fire. Kind of a funny story, ladies and gentlemen, if I may be so bold as to tell you a story of wanton excess. That's really not that wanton. Last time we played at Shank Hall, we hadn't played there in a while, and the guy that does the door came into the dressing room and said, "So 2 75-minute sets tonight?" I'm like, ha! Puff! Guffaw! We'll do one 90-minute set. One 90-minute set. Yes, well, 275s. What, are you insane?
It was 2.5.
And we go up there and play 2.5 hours straight, and then with an encore on top of it. So I don't know what I was thinking. Was it a 20-minute encore? We played a lot of jams for the people is what I'm getting at. We played a lot of jams for the people. We played a lot of jams for the folk. We played a lot of jams for the people. It felt so good. We did it some more. Felt so good we did it some more. Boy, there's just so many passionate songs we like to play for the people. And, what? I don't know. Okay, we're going to do a song right now that's fun to play. It's a fun song. It's a boogaloo. We call it Heed the Boogaloo. And I had this song and a bang, bang, and I said to Toby, I go, think Changeling by the Doors. And little did I know that he was a Doorsman. And I am a Doorsman too. You know, you meet some musicians who are like, oh, the Doors, poof, poof, guffaw. Doc says it's time to go now. But anyway, I got distracted there for a minute. Prevagen! Prevagen! Pshaw. Thank you. That's what I was trying to, Zeke. You saw through my I was saying to him, guffaw, pshaw, piss. Now I pshaw. There we go. Thanks. Shout out to Zeke, 1970, for helping me through my Prevagen moment. Prevagen moment. I live uptown. I live downtown. I live all around. I had money. I had none. I had money. Yeah. I had none. But I never been so broke that I couldn't leave town. I'm a changeling. See me change. Where's my leather suit? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been downtown. Folks! Choo, 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 choo. It feels so good to play the musics for the people. It feels so good to play the music for the people. It feels so good to play the music for the folks. It feels so good to play the music's for the people. For the people. People. We're going to try a song right now that's going to be on our next record. Our next record. And this was a little jam tune I came up with in the moment. I said, let's just do this groove. I go, and we just jammed on it. I played the solo live, and I came back and put a little head on the top of it. And we call it the Ripper. And it's a rip and jam for the kids. Whack it. You gotta whack it, y'all. People don't get it. Did you hear that? That was a little thing called the Ripper! And the Ripper is good for your soul, as a doggone scrolls foretold. Now we're into the thing called Orange Church, also from the new record, which will come out sometime this year. Sometime this year, if we do not all disappear, you will hear a fine record from the Koch-Marshall Trio. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. How about that? I almost remembered it. That's it. That's a little song called Orange Church, and that's going to be on the new record. The new record. When it comes out. When it comes out, that's what it'll be on. That's what it'll be on. Mm-hmm. Do a song about shuffles, and food, and quarantine, and Chilango Express. Well, thank you, Mr. Quarantine, from keeping me safe from something we like to call like COVID-19. But when the going gets rough, you know the rough get hangry for something sweet or maybe a little tangy. I like the sweet and the sour. Sour and sweet. Now I need to lose a quarantine. I think I've gained a quarantine. Well, eating those crunch berries was a whole lot of fun. Now I've gained a quarantine. When my double chin goes round at third, I need to lose a quarantine. Well, tacos from Chilango, pizza from Y East. Nothing better to do, y'all, than sit around and feast. Quarantine. I need to lose it. 'Cause when my double chin goes round at third, I need to lose a quarantine. Well, Hector's is down on the left, and left's is down on the right. If you're feeling like a little takeout tonight, quarantine, I need to lose it. 'Cause when my double chin goes round at third, I need to lose a quarantine. Toby. Crispy treats are good, 7-layer bars are better, but Reese's reign supreme in any kind of weather. Quarantine, I need to lose it. 'Cause when my double chin goes round to third, I need to lose a quarantine. Quarantine, quarantine. I need to lose a quarantine. Quarantine. Lord, I need to lose it. When my double chin goes round to third, I need to lose a quarantine. When my double chin, that sucker goes around in third. I need to lose a quarantine. We got time for one more jam. And then we got to pack up and head down to Shank Hall to do our sound check for tonight. Because tonight belongs to Shank Hall. Because tonight belongs to the Demon Seeds. It belongs to the Demon Seeds. Because tonight, we're gonna play tonight at Shankster Hall. We're gonna have a fun, we're gonna have a ball, Shank Hall. I said Shank Hall. Because Shank Hall is so good, it's good for your soul. As the scrolls foretold. Scrolls foretold. As the scrolls foretold. You know what? We got to keep on getting requests for Spank It out there. And there's so many. Dennis just says it over and over again. Spank it. Spank it, Boogie. Spank it. One, two, three, four. All right, folks, thank you so much. We got to pack up and get down to Shank Hall. We sure do appreciate you stopping by. We may do an extemporaneous live stream tomorrow, maybe 7 p.m. Central Time. There might be something happening on my Facebook and YouTube channels. Can you dig it? All right, folks, thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Fishman. Of course, my Fishman outfitted guitars, always with the Fishman pickups. Can you dig it? All right, folks, we'll see you later.